Hi, friends. Welcome back. This is an important follow-up day to yesterday, where we talked about sacred anger. Today, we are going to talk about how we have to answer that. And the reality is that this is one of the pieces of a divorce scenario that can be hard to cope with, among all the others. And that is forgiveness without reconciliation. Because there are times when you are never going to get accountability from the other person, and there are times when it absolutely doesn't even make sense to try. They will not own their part. And I have some people like this in my life where I have tried to do my part and they're just completely uninterested in having the conversation. So the reflection question today, it's a big one, but it's important after yesterday's talking about anger, is can I forgive? Can I really forgive without needing to reopen a door that's meant to stay closed? Because also you're going to find that as you move forward into like life in divorce, you don't want to go reopening that door and rehaving the same argument or bringing the same complaints to a person that is no longer in your life or is intended to no longer be in your life, because that's not really healthy for either one of you. But that doesn't mean that you need to hang on to this and not have closure, because you can find closure if you can really reflect on how the thing impacted you. Really pray for spiritual divine guidance, because sometimes a lot of times we just can't do it on our own. And forgiveness is a gift from God that we get to give ourselves, that He gives us. The other person, they don't know or care if you forgave them. That is not really on their radar screen. But forgiveness is not the same as access. You can bless and you can release and you can forgive and you can come to your own place where you recognize that you're not going to allow those things again, because fortifying your own boundaries is part of knowing why you can forgive, because you no longer feel in danger of that thing happening to you again. And one of the big realizations that I had about forgiveness, this actually didn't come from my divorce, but with a person that I had to forgive them for who they were. It was such a long laundry list of different things that would constantly show up that in the end, it wasn't each individual action, because they all hurt me, but the person, who they were, that was really the problem. And they were doing the best they could with what they had. And I could see that and understand it. And maybe in your situation, where you really need to get to is to forgive the person for who they are, who they've become, who they decided to be, maybe who they presented themselves to be and weren't. But you don't even need to have a conversation with them to get to that place. You need to have it with yourself, perhaps with God. And the affirmation that I want to give you is that you can, we're going to say this, I choose forgiveness over bitterness. I choose release over hanging on. Because forgiveness is really designed to set you free. You're not going to know if you did or you didn't. It really doesn't even matter. But it matters to you. Because if you can truly forgive, let it go, it doesn't have hold of you anymore. And you're the one that I'm here to help. So that's it for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow.